Welcome to Wonderland Dialogues.
Hi guys, I'm so excited to be back with another Wonderland Dialogues, and this time I'm really excited to be interviewing my dear friend, fashion designer and super stylish man Fabrizzio Berrocal. Fabrizzio is a self-taught designer who has exhibited his collections at Latin Trends in Chile, Men's Week in Peru. He has also exhibited his collections in Fashion Week San Jose here in Costa Rica and New York Fashion Week. Wow! Really inspiring, and he just has been such an example showing that if you work hard, you can achieve all your dreams. Fabrizzio, thank you for being with us today. We're so excited to have you here.
No, thank you for inviting me. I'm very excited to have you here in my atelier.
You have such a long and varied list of achievements in the fashion industry, but you didn't start in fashion. You started in business administration.
Yeah.
So what sparkled that interest in fashion?
Especially my story of my family. My dad used to have a small factory that he used to make uniforms for local market, and after a while he was making clothes for international companies. But in the 1980s, most of the companies closed because all the production went to overseas, especially in Asia. So he decided to close the business and do other stuff. But when I was really young, I was running in my dad's shop factory, running around the machinery and everything. So I think I got a little bit from that. And my first works as a youngster was working with my dad in the factory. So I started getting the feeling and getting in love with the fabrics and the confection and the fashion industry. But then, because of life, I started studying business administration. I worked for Intel Corporation doing microprocessors and technology.
Right.
And after 10 years, I started searching for something else and find fashion again, especially tailoring. And I met this master tailor. And at the moment, I got in love, and I said that this is what I want to do the rest of my life. So I decided to quit that Intel and start learning tailoring with this master tailor, and that's where everything begins.
Oh wow, amazing. So you actually learned tailoring from him.
Yeah.
Do you still work with him or?
No, not anymore. The first master tailor that I started learning from him, he passed away. And the other master tailor that he started explaining me about the industry and this passion about tailoring. He's still alive, but he's very old now.
Really interesting. And with your background in business administration, it has definitely helped you market your brand as well.
I think being or have a little bit knowledge about businesses is definitely a plus for any designer or any brand. Because at the end, fashion is a business, right?
Exactly.
And especially for Costa Rica, that we are a really small country, that people start valuing fashion in local brands. And not only Costa Rica, Central America, Latin America, you have to focus very much a lot in business and how you can promote your brand and do marketing of your brand, in an organic way. Because you don't have big budgets to invest in magazines like other brands do.
So your father's business was obviously very influential.
Oh yeah.
And was there any other member of your family that encouraged you to keep the fashion business or get back into it?
Well, I had a lot of influence from my dad. I admire him. And I still admire him in the way that he started this business from zero, from scratch, and the way he dressed. But like my grandfather, he was a painter.
All right.
And he was working with wood also. So
you have that
the
artist.
creativity, the artist part is coming also from my family. I remember when I decided that I was gonna quit at Intel. I think the family members, all my family, they support me on that adventure. and I think that was one of the key or most principal things that I do value. And if I say what of the keys for success, I think the support of your family is very important. I think so.
Have you seen the fashion industry change a lot in Costa Rica and Latin America?
Yeah.
Do you feel more support from the consumers as well, not just like the events, but actually?
Yeah, I think the fashion industry in Latin America is changing a lot. People are more supportive of the local designers, especially Latin American designers. I do believe that the fashion in Latin America will grow, and not only in Latin America, but we will see more Latinos designers around the globe doing wonderful work. We have a mixture of culture and history and colors and in point of view different than others, and a mix of all that will definitely people around the world will be loved with their work.
Yeah, you've clearly come a long way. I mean, presenting at New York Fashion Week is such an achievement. And since you have done that and you've done so well and are so respected in Costa Rica, what other goals, what's coming for Fabrizzio?
I think even though we have achieved many things, especially last year or these last 2 years, we have still a long way to go. We are just starting, and we still need to grow more in our local market. We are planning to position our brand in Latin American markets, and we definitely want to internationalize Fabrizzio Berrocal, not only in Americas, but other continents like Europe and the United States. So we are still a long way to go. I mean, these steps definitely show you that we are on the right track, and we are doing something good, something correct, but we still have a lot of challenges to confront. We have to compete with big brands that have big budgets. We have to still also to compete and convince our markets that that Latin American, and this especially Costa Rican design is good and can compete in any level with other big brands that, like I said before, they have big budgets, big factories, and they already have been positioning very well in the market. So yes, we still have a long way to go, but we have projects on our front we want to achieve. Especially, we want to grow now on Latin America. The next steps: grow in Costa Rica, open a new store and another store in the east, and definitely start touching other markets to see how they behave, especially with our resort collection of swim trunks. I think it's the best way that people can appreciate the designs from a Latino, and definitely the point of view how people can dress in the summer and in the beach.
Definitely.
Because we are surrounded by wonderful nature in Costa Rica.
So we were just talking about the swimwear collections, and I am looking at these really cool shorts, and I love the prints.
Yeah.
And I know you have been using dye sublimation to transfer the prints into the clothes.
Yeah.
How did you discover this technology?
I'm always a person that look to search for new things and new procedures to make an intervention on the clothing. So I find out about sublimation, I believe almost 2 years ago, and I started doing some trials and find out that something was very interesting to me, and then I got the chance and the possibility to get in touch with Epson Digital.
Yeah.
They especially they find out I was working on digital sublimation, so we came out together and do some tests and do some work, and we then did a collection all sublimated, how it looks like, and
Amazing.
And now sublimation is part of our tools to
it's
develop
part of the
new
core
collections.
as well of Fabrizzio Berrocal, isn't it?
And definitely for our swimwear, sublimation is key in terms that you can put into a fabric your ideas, your designs, and the way that you want to show your collection, the people in the shirts. And doing digital sublimation is definitely a a wonderful thing because you can stamp that idea
creative.
into a fabric.
Yeah. Why don't you show us some of your favorite prints?
This is a trunk.
Perfect for summer.
For summer.
Europeans. There you go, ready for summer.
We have all the lapas and the pineapples. This is very Costa Rican
Very
stuff.
Costa Rican.
Yeah. And this is actually from our first collection. That was called Tropicus. And it was very successful. And what we did is also we sublimated our new collection. It's called Summer Dreams. And it's inspired in the chinoiserie technique. The second time, our second collection, the newest collection that you can take a look in our webpage, we designed it in conjunction with a Costa Rican artist that is called Ale Rambar. So what was a collaboration with Alejandro Rambar? Yeah, Alejandro Rambar or Ale Rambar. We did a collaboration. So we worked together to design these new patterns and these new prints. Of the new collection.
And you can see la guaria morada, isn't this?
Yes.
Similar. Yes. It's a guaria, right?
This is a guaria. Yeah.
So this is the national flower of Costa Rica.
Especially this swim short, this print was one of the best sell in our first collection because people wanted to take something from Costa Rica to their homes, especially for tourists.
Do you also use prints on your suits?
We do also use prints on the suits. We develop this fabric and we do the printing. This is digital printing. This fabric has a 50% wool and a 50% polyester. The polyester is because right now to make sublimation you require polyester fabrics. So the polyester fabric, the polyester thread is the one that absorbs the colors and the printing. So in this case we did a 50-50 and this is the result. It's a really nice jacket, very fashionable, very cool.
You can dress it up or dress it down.
You can dress it up and dress it down. You can use it with the jeans, or you have like a red carpet. You can wear it also. Yeah. We have been looking into new technologies. We're now doing printing on silk. We are doing printing on cotton and lately on linen. These are new techniques that are developing, and I think technology gives to a designer is that is what I say, that technology is democratized, is making a democratization of fashion, because only the big brands and big designers used to have access to all this technology and all these techniques to develop their collections. Now small designers, small brands can do that as well.
I really like that suit.
One? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I know you like it.
Yeah, you presented that at New York Fashion Week, didn't you?
This is from the collection that we present in New York Fashion Week.
And is this
and
also
it's called
the same
Biodiversity?
fabric?
Yes, it's called Biodiversity, and it was inspired on the Costa Rican flowers, orchids, and we wanted to do something more fashionable,
edgy.
More
very
edgy, cool. But always with a nice touch, with elegance.
So how do you balance creativity with commerce? How have you managed to grow your company while still remaining true to yourself and creative?
That's a great question, and is a big challenge for a designer. Like I said before, the fashion industry is an industry, it's a business.
Exactly.
And you have to make, at the end, you have to make money out of it. You have to live in some way, and you have to make some money out of it because you have to need to pay employees, get a salary,
need to eat,
and it's difficult because first of all you have to understand your market, who is your customers, what they want and they're looking for, but also you have to be true to yourself in the terms that this is what you wanna show, this is your brand, this is your signature, this is your collection, this is what you imagine, and this is based your ideas and your creativity show in a collection. But you have to take in count your market and the people who are buying from you. So I believe that for that you need a balance. You need a balance, and Part definitely you have to be true to yourself and your collection, your creativity, your ideas, your dreams, show in that. But also you have to hear the customer and understand what they want and what they're looking for.
You're clearly a style icon in Costa
Yeah.
Rica. You have challenged the typical Costa Rican man. You wear bold prints and you make them out beautifully. You still
Thank
look
you.
very elegant. Yeah,
Thanks.
you're definitely a Costa Rican style icon. But what would you never ever wear?
It's a tricky question because now men can wear almost anything. But in my case, personally, I will never wear Crocs.
Do you have like a style icon, like someone you truly admire?
Maybe Beckham dressed very well. He's definitely a fashion icon.
How do influences from outside of Costa Rica find their way into your work?
I put a lot of attention in the street style because it's more natural, more pure, more true. And I do pay a lot of attention on the street fashion, and definitely I got some inspiration of that. I mean, in a certain way, they influence, I think, any designer inspiration because you see it every day.
Every
so in your conscious, you probably will be some way influenced.
Do you have a city or a specific place that you find most inspiring regarding street style, for instance?
In my case, inspirations comes from everything around me. My life, what happened to me, our culture, the cities that I visit, the country that I visit, the people, the feeling. But regarding cities, there are so many cities in the world that inspire me.
Any favorites?
San Jose inspired me, but also New York inspired me.
Yeah.
Milan inspired me very much. Florence. I think today in today's world that we are more globalized.
Yeah, exactly.
The inspirations comes from different cities, different
even
cultures,
if you haven't
different
been there.
countries. Yes, even if you haven't been there. But from the cities that I visit, something that really caught my attention was Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, I was in Brazil last year, and
So cool.
I really like the way people dressed, and especially the way they pay attention to the architecture and the feeling. Sao Paulo has a special feeling that's difficult to explain, but I felt very comfortable and very inspired from the Sao Paulo people. Yeah.
Well, and speaking about Brazil, one of the biggest achievements that we've seen from Fabrizzio was dressing the Olympic team, the Costa Rican Olympic team. How did that happen?
Well, I think that's one of, as of today, I think is that one of the major achievements that we had. Everything happened is that after we present our collection in the New York Fashion Week, sponsored by Epson, the president of the Olympic Committee called me and wanted to meet with me, and he told me that he has seen my work and he wanted me to dress the Olympic team. That for me was completely amazing, an honor and a dream come true.
And it's so interesting. You kind of went back to your roots. They are uniforms. What your dad used to do.
Yes,
he must have been so proud.
Yeah, he was really proud, and this collection was really inspiring. In 1940s, 1950s in San Jose, Costa Rica, people used to dress like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we give it a more touchy and more colorful, but the root was there. And one of the things that really was amazing and was a surprise that we were selected as one of the best dress teams of the Olympics around the world.
Wow.
We were on the top 5 by different news and magazines, so we were really inspired by that and thankful to that happened. The inaugural ceremony was watched by millions and millions of people. I said that was the biggest fashion show
ever
in the world, and yes, definitely when we went to Santiago, Chile, people asked me about that, We were interviewed by different companies. Obviously, locally, we have seen the growth and people, that more customers wanted to look similar to what we did. And also international companies or TV programs like E! Television also have been touching base with regarding of the Olympic team.
Opened so many doors.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Definitely opened so many doors, yes.
Fabrizzio, what most recently inspired you and how did it fit into your work?
Well, our recent collection is called Summer Dreams. And Summer Dreams is interesting because one part was inspired by the chinos Doritas I told you.
Yeah.
I remember that was in visit a museum, and they have a collection of the Chinese painting and art and culture, and that inspired me very much. And I started looking into the chinos Dorita techniques, and that was one of the things that we inspired. So what we did is that we do the chinos Dorita technique, but we give it a Costa Rican touch. So most of the animals, and obviously with the technique, but they were Costa Rican animals.
So cool.
So nature.
Yeah,
so that was
that.
very inspiring. And our next collection, we can give it a small
preview. Sneak peek.
Is the sneak peek. Our next collection is gonna be inspired on the rock. Rock.
Do you have anything we can see?
Not yet. Not yet. Everything is on our mind. We have to start working on that. But
exciting. And this is
we're inspired by rock.
Presented.
And this is gonna be presented in the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. That's gonna be in August, San Jose.
Fabrizzio, how close are you to other Costa Rican designers?
Oh, actually, we are very close. In Costa Rica, I don't know the other countries, but the fashion industry in Costa Rica, most of the designers, we are very close. Actually, we just participate in a Costa Rican collective that is called Estilo Costa Rica, and the main idea of the collective is that try to get all the designers and start helping all of them to grow, to be more professionalized their products, and at the end is try to. Costa Rica is a small market, so we need to start exploring new markets outside. Globalized it, and the main idea of this collective is to explore new opportunities to export our products, based especially on training, education, and professionalization of the fashion industry on the designers. So we are very close, and I think we all work together to the same objective. So it's a wonderful environment in Costa Rica for that.
Come a long way, and you've established your brand. It's taken you some time, a lot of effort. What advice would you give to young Costa Rican designers?
Number one, believe in your dreams and believe in yourself. Second, there is no result without an effort and without hard work.
That's so true.
People say that in our case we have grown, we have done many accomplishments in the last 2 years, and it has been quick. But they don't realize that we started this idea almost 7 years ago, and the results came in 7 years later. So you have to be very constant, very truthful, and the people need to understand, and the new designer need to understand that if you put a lot of work on that, you will start seeing results. And finally, I do believe that we require passion. You need to have passion on your idea, on your brand, on what you do. And I think that was also one of the keys of our success, and will be definitely a key for our future success. We do have passion on what we do. We love it. I love it. And not only myself, but my team, my people, they do have passion on what they do.
Fabri, what would you like to achieve by the end of the year?
Definitely consolidate our brand in Costa Rica. We have to open our first flagship store.
That is very exciting.
So it's very excited. So I want to achieve that. We're planning to open a new one in the east side, and internationally, probably we want to export and have already exporting our products internationally.
Fabrizzio, this is something creatives, well, everyone really, but creatives really struggle with, especially at the beginning when they don't have help. How do you manage to maintain a work-life balance?
It's difficult. Last year we didn't have, I say, good work-life balance. I think the key to that is to be very honest with you and try to be as much disciplined.
Okay, so these are like some really quick and fun questions. I started doing this on Snapchat and it got a great response, so I'm gonna be doing it on my Wonderland Dialogues videos at the end as well.
Let's do it.
Okay, so just first thing that comes to mind,
Okay, first
really
thing that
quickly,
comes to
first
mind.
thing,
Okay.
favorite designer.
Tom Ford.
Okay, favorite female designer.
Victoria Beckham.
Best restaurant in Costa Rica.
Best restaurant in Costa Rica. Best restaurant in Costa Rica. I don't know his
Your
name, but
favorite?
it's a Caribbean restaurant.
Where is it?
It's in Limon.
Okay.
Puerto
Viejo?
Puerto Viejo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know their name. Yeah.
Favorite city in the whole world.
Paris.
Paris. Okay.
Paris,
Best beach in
yes.
Costa Rica.
Oh, there's so many beautiful and wonderful beaches
Any
here.
favorites?
Yes. Playa Minas.
Playa Minas. Where is that?
Playa Minas is close to Tamarindo. Beautiful
Okay.
beach. There are not many people that go there. There's still some virgin spots. Amazing,
Okay.
amazing. Playa Minas.
Playa Minas. I have to
Favorite.
go.
Yeah.
And what do you love the most about Costa Rica?
Oh, what I love the most is there's many things. The nature, the people. Yes.
Your ultimate fashion dream.
Be as one of the invited designers at PD Uomo, Florence.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And finally, you're 80 years old. What are you doing? Where are you? What's happening?
80 years old.
80 years old.
Still enjoying life as of today. Maybe still working. And probably in some way try to help others.
Amazing. Fabrizzio, it was wonderful having you in
Thank you.
Wonderland Dialogues. Thank you for
appreciate
joining us.
having you here in our atelier, and you're very welcome. This is your house.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Fabrizzio. Loved having you. Hope you
Thank
guys
you.
enjoyed
Bye-bye.
and are inspired by Fabri.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thanks.